as well. I have a message I want to come on here and share with you all, and it's in regards to dating and exes. The thing I want to come on here and tell you all is that despite of what you and your exes went through, and not only what you and your exes went through, but what you and anybody else went through, any other soulmate, like non-romance, whether romantic or not, be thankful for the experiences that you went through, because if you haven't went through those experiences, what would you have learned? Would you be where you are now? That's what soulmates are for. Soulmates are pretty much, whether romantic or not, therefore to help us learn about ourselves and teach us and learn, help us change, grow, evolve, and expand. It's for to help us learn about ourselves and for to help us acknowledge what our subconscious projecting out versus what we're projecting out consciously. Whereas we have to acknowledge, own, and what we have to embrace and what we have to learn to use as duality to have us have ourselves better equipped for upcoming situations in the future. They to help us achieve our reward, which is our spiritual reward. It starts spiritually, and so forth and so on. And then even in the practical, and the reward be with us long term. The reward be with us long term. That's Saturn. When you do that shadow work, it's gonna help you. And once you get those lessons, and when you grow and expand, because see, you'll be thrown situations across your path, which is what's going to happen this year. While Jupiter's in Pisces, you'll be thrown situations, you'll be thrown wrenches at you as usual. Just to see what you learned, how far you came about, you know. Because see, what you, with Jupiter and Pisces, what you wish for in the past, it's gonna end up manifesting itself, or it's gonna come into fruition, and it's gonna be like a test to test your gauge to see where you are spiritually. It's gonna be like, okay, do you still want that? That's the thing, and it's gonna show you. It's gonna reflect back to you how far you've grown and expanded and evolved. Some of you will find yourself on opposite sides of situations, and I'm a witness to this from last year. I'm going to tell you all about that. Some of y'all may find yourselves on opposite sides of situations, opposite spectrums that you was on in the past. Let me give an example. Like, if you were the type that, had a hard time releasing, letting go, rush into situations, like let's say, for example, in terms of dating, romance. But now then you're gonna end up finding yourself on the opposite side of that, like you no longer doing that, and you're gonna see those people were doing what you on the opposite side of what you were doing. That's how I were. I remember that's how I were last year, and that was a sign to me that I overcame things spiritually, because for me, I came across some people that, in terms of dating, I'm not dating now. I'm not dating. Not right now. It's been almost a year since I called myself dating, but I say what those people reflected back to me were when I was on the opposite end of a spectrum. I was on the opposite end of a spectrum where I was on before. Like, I used to be the type that, wanted to be in a relationship with, the things of that nature, want to rush into something. But I was on the opposite side of that when I had these encounters of people rushing me into a relationship, trying to rush me to be in a relationship, and they were just getting mad at me and blocking me out of the blue due to the fact that, they had hidden feelings towards me, you know, kind of like they had love for me, or grew feelings for me, but they displayed this hate, projecting this hate, right? But they didn't want to acknowledge subconsciously that they grew feelings for me, right? Yeah, so But then I ended up getting blocked. I had that happen as well with somebody. So, um, what I was basically what I'm saying here is that, and I was like, no, I did not want to rush to be in a relationship, and I was like, this person could have, expressed, themselves in turn, because express their feelings to me and things of that nature. Um, I feel like, we all have work to do. We have work to do until we leave this earth. But I felt they were showing me I was on the opposite end of a spectrum as well, versus, of what I learned in the past, which I showed those signs of it, that how much I improved. That's how you all gonna be. It's gonna be something like that. But, um, but as I stated, what I'm saying is that just be thankful for your exes and your experiences, because if it was for them, you would not be where you are right now. You would not be where you are right now if it was for those experiences. They're pretty much a shadow of who you, and reflection of who you are subconsciously. That's all they are. They're your soul groups. The greatest gift about soulmates, you know, having a soul group, is that they help us out spiritually, help us learn to grow, help us continue to learn, grow, evolve, and expand. And they can be sent back into our lives as well from time to time, like if it like we're meant to be together, or for the or they'll do things, or sit back into our lives to test our gauge to see where we are on the spiritual level, reflect back to us where we are on the spiritual level, what we need to continue to work on, and what all we overcame. That's what they are. That's the greatest gift of it all. After going through an experience and a period of self undoing, you know, and you rebuild yourself, because through pain come transformation. In order to experience transformation, you had to go through pain. You had to experience pain, go through transformation. And when you do that, one thing about it, you know, you're gonna come out on the other side as a whole different person. Purification through fire. You're gonna come out on the other side as a whole different person. So be thankful for those experiences. Our people, they'll preach hate about against your exes and things of that nature. But when you do that, and you block yourself off from love. We love when you do that. Um, the best thing is to be thankful for your experiences, seeing the overall higher perspective of it, the higher experience, and be thankful for those experiences. That there's nothing wrong being cordial. Now, unless you have some standards set, and they don't want to, if they don't want to understand those standards beyond the compassion, understanding of those standards, and compromising, then yeah. But other than that, there's nothing wrong being cordial with your exes or whoever from your past. You may have kids by them, you may not, but that I see there's nothing wrong being cordial, because it's just an experience. It just even non-romantic people, it's an experience. With some people, if they don't want to, evolve, you have to leave them behind. Um, Especially if they don't want to compromise anything of that nature, or they don't want to change themselves around, make changes about themselves, it turns out how they treated you and things of that nature. But the thing is here, or if they don't want to forgive and things to see the overall higher perspective of the experience and things of that nature, you know, um, but the best case scenario is, one thing about it, once you forgive the situation, you see the overall higher experience at the perspective, you see the reward of it, especially what they were trying to help you discover about yourself. I mean, that's like the greatest gift of all. Then, being cordial as well, come to the understanding, not having hatred. So, in life, some people will still have hatred, but, not having that hatred and things of that nature. That's the greatest gift of it all. Like I said, go for non-romantically as well. The greatest gift about and the blessing about having soulmates is that they help you discover yourself. Some people on this earth that act like self-proclaimed earth angels, as your angelic karma say, act like they're perfect, they're above the experience, but when in actuality, they're if they was above the experience, if they knows they were perfect, they wouldn't be need to go through what they're going through. They wouldn't be going through the karma that they're going through to learn about themselves. So with that being said, be thankful. Be thankful for those soulmates. Because one thing about it, they bring you a long way and they help you discover things about yourself and they help you integrate to who you are, discover who you are, help you integrate to who you are truly meant to become. And they help you align with your spiritual path and overcome those karmic cycles, those karmic lessons. And they even help you align more with your path, your true path, where you meant to be on, and also your purpose. Be thankful. And last but not least, they help you discover you, who you are, and help you find your throne within you. Help you get into alignment with who you truly are and encounter the correct situations and the correct people that are meant for you, that are meant to be with you, and that are in alignment with who you truly are. That's always room for improvement. It always gonna be room for improvement. We gotta continue to do work on ourselves until we leave this earth. But just be thankful for those soulmates that have came into your life. They help you get to where you are. With love, compassion, and understanding. Because if it wasn't for them, you would not be where you are. Peace and blessings.